concrete wall that we have built, Jakes, is the biggest and the greatest thing ever. Take it from me. A mother, my daughter is 33, my grandson is 9, going to be 10. And that is generational wealth where you start. When enough youth upon this net long before you and didn't think of building a structure, didn't think of having that. So I respect you and I give you kudos for starting that building that you're starting. Do not be discouraged by the noise, but be encouraged by the walls. Because the moment when you dig foundation and you pour sand and dirt in it, you have something that you can claim is yours. The moment, here you know, watch out, I'm going to make you stay. I'm going to block you. Jakes, keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to answer everybody. You don't have to answer Rosalie when Rosalie crash out. Because the people like B who over here who's talking, they are the one that needs to encourage Rosalie that she has to make a difference and make a change in her life for her kids. The pit them is not babies, you know, they're not 2 and 3, they're 10. They can watch videos, they know what is going on. The little boy understand the court system. These kids understand every time when they go back to this person's house and stay there, they understand that it is the reason of the parents why they are not there. It is not fault, it is not their fault, it is your fault, Rosalie. Every night when those 2 kids sleep in somebody's house, I hope you tell these kids it is not their fault, it is not any fault of them, but it is your fault. Because those kids will grow up and need therapy, because they will have hate and resentfulness thinking that it is their fault why this happened to them. I hope Jakes, as a responsible father that you is, because I realize that you are a part of their life, significant part of their life. I hope you have a sit down with them and encourage them that this is not any fault of theirs. It is your fault and Rosalie's fault. Because this right here is trauma for the child. Every time when the people is sleeping and the people in them house, it's trauma for them. And I realize that while these kids are being traumatized, you people don't understand that they're being traumatized. Your followers don't understand that the kids are being traumatized. Because they are an enabler. Most of your followers go on people's life and cuss out people for you, Rosalie. When you are the one that are doing this, you're the one doing wrong. You're the one sit on this net. So guys, let's go back into time. Let's rewind. This all started when Akeem inserted himself in a Rosalie's space. When I say asserted himself in Rosalie's space, Akeem and figured out that they were going to play an interesting role in being the 2 man on the net that know how to teach a woman how to be, how to treat a woman. They come up with a plan that they're not going to be the 2 internet star by coming on social media and teaching women that they're still good men out here. That was their plan. That's what them say. So them say. Now these two men find the one woman that has low self-esteem, no friends, that has our confidence is low, she's traumatized and she's going through all that. You find the person who is already broken and come up with a plan and say she is the most vulnerable one on this net. Let's go for her. Why would never choose Candy? Why would never choose any other woman on the net? Look how much other females on the net. Why didn't you choose Annie? Why never choose Candy? Why never choose somebody else? Why never choose Brit? Why never choose somebody else on the net? Why you choose Rosalie? Because you realize it is an easy way in. You realize her vulnerability. You realize how vulnerable she is. You realize that she's already traumatized. And what you came in and how you came in will be an easy way in. Alright. You let your way into Rosalie's space. The moment when you let yourself into Rosalie's space, Rosalie start crashing out. No, they didn't force her, darling. I never said them force her. Listen to what I said. And listen to what I said again. You found somebody who is vulnerable. If you are a woman, flashy girl, you say a flashy girl. Listen to the story again. As a woman, sometimes when we break up from marriage, we break up from relationship, we go through a traumatic moment. Some of us are traumatized. You are writing a music in real life. Some of us are traumatized, and sometimes we are traumatized by our life event, by just her life, by our childhood history. We are traumatized. We are traumatized by marriage, by relationships. We could be traumatized by our previous relationships, by abuse. We could be traumatized by anything. What I said, sweetheart, Flassie, is Rosalie told us her story, and you can tell that Rosalie she went through a traumatic moment in her childhood life. She's traumatized, and she has some significant trauma. What I said is, during her time of during her being trauma, and she went through a traumatic time, she is vulnerable. She's vulnerable, and because she's vulnerable, she also have low self-esteem. And all of those issues, people also body shame her. She also have low self-esteem about what she look like and all these things. So now these 2 men came in. It is an easy way. Rosalie was an easy target. I never said nobody forced her. She was an easy target. But what happened? I asked what happened. Listen to what happened now. she Akeem had a little fight, or Akeem, you never know the mix-up, come and follow the mix-up, you know. But the crashing out begin when Akeem was not talking to her, and she came on this net and stated that she was going to unalive herself, her kids, and her baby father. And this is where the kids got removed from her. Is that true? Is that how it started? Through that, guys, what I'm saying is, from that moment and the kids got taken away from her, nothing that Rosalie did has changed since the kids got taken away from her. So what I'm saying is, if social media and your behavior, how you behave on social media cause you to lose your child, Summer, are you going to do something differently at head? Hear me I say. If social media space cause you, your mouth and your behavior, social media cause you because of your action and how you behave on social media, cause you if you lose your pit to them. How never think after that? You're not gonna be cautious. If you used to do in the street business and you know so the police are frequent White Plains Avenue on 228 and you get caught at White Plains Avenue on 228, are you going to go back at White Plains Avenue on 228 and the place get to act now because the people them around there all the time? You're gonna take precaution, right? You're not going to go back there. If you used to go to a club and every time you go to the club the police them raid the club, they'll continue going to the same club. If you used to frequent a spot and every time you got the spot you get robbed, are you going to continue to go to that spot? And you're right, it's not being able to give up the app, but okay, I understand that. Me not going to give up something that helps me to eat food. But don't get wrong and don't beat me for saying that. Rosalie don't have a next means of making money. So cause somebody said Rosalie's biggest problem is not giving up the app. Hear me out again. I am not going to give up my only means of making money. If my only means of making money is selling ass, I don't have any education, I don't have a career, I don't have any savings, I don't have nothing. My only skill is coming over here, lying to the people, creating stories, making up shit, being whatever, and this is my only thing of making money. You're never get her to come down. And so I'm not encouraging her to completely come off the app. I am saying tone down your rhetoric, tone down your behavior, tone down how you bring yourself out on this app, tone down what you give to your people. If the same means is the same means that cause you to lose your children and you have not done no corrective action, you have not done no, 2 kids, you have not done no corrective actions, it tells me you're not interested in correcting the issue, or you just don't want to correct the issue. Which one is it? Do you want to correct the issue and receive your kids back? But it can't be so, because you, Rosalie, knew that is because of your statement while your kids, one of the issues while your kids was removed from you, and you sit down on TikTok and you cuss your baby father and call him names, you say you're gonna do him things, you sit down on TikTok and cuss your mother, you threaten her, you stated what you're gonna do to her, you came on TikTok and you started a fight with Candy, you went directly, you went into the young girl's window with your hand. You provoking her to start confrontation between you and her. And then you came on the net and said, you're a bad girl. And you purposely push your hand in her window because you wanted a reaction from her. You showed us and the state, say you have issues that you are not dealing with. You have too much aggression. You're too combative. And for me, you don't know how to deal with conflict. You don't know how to deal with conflict. You don't know how to solve problem without wanting to fight or cussing and disrespecting people. And you have shown the state that as well. And that is the problem. This, what you're doing, is not going to help you to get your kids back. And so I ask the question, maybe you can answer me. Do you really think Rosalie wants her kids back? Do you really think Rosalie wants her kids back? How can you want your kids back when you have not set up anything? You haven't made no changes. Guys, I'm not answer the question. It is a valid question. This is a valid question. Do you really think she wants her kids back? Somebody said absolutely not. Miss Carshine said no. Triple said no. Action Pack said not at all. Do you guys really think she don't want her kids back? Philippine said no. She just wants to pose on Jakes. Hell no. Are you guys serious? Let me ask the next valid question. Who in here is a mother? Please type for me. Who is in this chat is a mother? And let me ask you a question. Who in this chat is a mother? Mother of 4. Me. Mother. Mother of one. Mother. Me. Mother of 6. Mother. Mother of 2. Father. Thank you, Mr. Handsome. And let me ask you the question. And we don't want to leave out father them too, you know. Mothers. You remember 9 months? 9 months. You remember that pain? You remember the birth? When you're in labor? Do you remember the birth? Mother of 3, adopt 4. God bless you, Nika. What is it? Nisha? Let me ask the question. For the ones that have the kids, only remember the labor pain? Do you guys remember the labor pain? And let me ask the next question again. And after this kid, after your children are born and you go through that early stage of motherhood, fathers, you too. Do you remember when your newborn came and you saw that little baby, fathers? Do you remember what them look like when them look a bit 5 pound, 8 pound, 6 pound, them can't be able to hold in one hand? You remember that? You remember that look on your face? That joy? Do you? Mothers, do you remember? Mr. Ansem say yes. Mothers, do you remember? Well, let me tell you this. Not all of us have the same memory, and not all of us wanted to have kids. Let me repeat that again. Not all of us have the same memory, and not all of us share the same joy, and not all of us wanted the same kids. Not all of us share the same memory. Not all of us have the same memory, and not all of us share the same sentiment, and not all of us wanted kids. Some of us were dealt a wrong hand at a wrong time and at a wrong age. But let me ask the question, Mr. Handsome, since as you as a father. Even when that is the case, don't you grow to love that child? Don't you grow to love that you didn't want when you got it? Don't you grow to fall in love with it even though you didn't plan for it? Mothers, may I ask you the question? How many of you got pregnant at an early age that it wasn't planned for? I got pregnant at 20. I didn't plan for my daughter, and it came. And I love the living hell out of her, 33. May I ask, oh no, all of you mothers that have babies that was not planned for, how many of you mothers today remember when that baby was born, or when you found out that you were pregnant and you wasn't ready for that baby? Didn't you grow to love that baby? And that baby, you grow to be a mother, a responsible mother? Mr. Handsome said me. So the reason why I'm asking the question, because I want to be facetious for a moment. So what happened with Rosalie? Why Una said the woman don't want her pity? What could possibly happen? What could possibly happen? Somebody say, I love my kids to moon. What could possibly happen? Oh, you can give birth to 2 pitney, not 1. To 2 kids. And at the age of 10, you choose friends over your 2 kids. At the age of 10, when you have been through the worst, and let me tell you something, for a mother who born, my pitney born in Jamaica, me understand what it is. You see, when your kids them reach the age of 9 and 10, it's a little freedom for you, you know, because they're now able to bathe themselves, feed themselves, walk themselves, go to school. They are now able to help themselves. When your pitney reach the age of 8, 9 and 10, it is a relief from 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, oh, you're pitney for reach the age of 10, and I know you don't want them. How you're pitney for reach the age of 10 when the pitney really depending on you now to be a mother and a parent? Now is the time when you should be guiding that young lady, teaching her how to be a lady, teaching her how to wash her underwear, teaching her how to take proper bath when she go and take a proper bath, teaching her when she's in the street, if a guy say anything to you and you feel uncomfortable, talk to me, teaching her how to love herself, teaching her respect, teaching her how to be a class of a woman. This is the time at the age of 10 when you should be best friends with your daughter. Any man or woman with upon this of daughter, Rosalie, now is the time when you're teaching her self-respect. Now is the time when you're teaching her when you want to be best friend with her, because you want her to come to you when her period starts, when anything happen to her. If she go out the road and a boy look on her and say, boy, you look cute today, come home and say, mommy, Rose, you know, so the dirty boy across the street tell me, say, me look good. And she got angle and bangle. She should be free and comfortable to speak to you like a best friend. Now is the time when you build that bond and that relationship with your mother. Thank you, Cheryl. How the hell you have a 10-year-old and now is the time when you want to break away from her? How do you have a 10-year-old and now is the time you want to break away from her? When this is the time when she needs the mother more than anything else. Me hear Jakes talk about you what him watch the 10-year-old girl underwear. Never. Thank you, sis. Never. I'm mother for in the bathroom with you. Thank you, Mr. Answer. Man, me and you in the bathroom, and me I show you how to wash the underwear. Make sure you put soap in the creases and use your hand and rub it. Now pile them up on a back for wash. You shouldn't be on the net telling me, say your daughter underwear, them pile up till them not have none for go to school. And one of the last underwear jakes I wash it. You should be fit. How do you have the courage to come out and say those things when you should be teaching her to wash them and hang them up over the shower curtain? Wash them up and hang them up out the door. House. Just like how you have visitation. Visitation don't mean so because the people them live around the street I save you. Them for walk come open the door and say, Mommy beg you $1,000. Yo, all them something about I say it and it bother me, you know. It bother me, you know. Because supervision to you, Rose, means you are right there. Shante and Barbar can just come around the corner, come open the door and tell us, say, Mommy, I want $5,000, and you give them $5,000, and you feel that that is your part by playing that part because you feel that because you don't have full custody, you don't have to go over there, or you don't have to take them anywhere, or you don't have to do anything with them. But you can, with supervision with this person who have full custody. She think money is everything. And you like to make these kids feel little of nothing. If my daughter come in the room and ask me for $5,000 or $1,000, you not have to know something and give me daughter money. You not have to know upon the social media because if pretty girl Shan come right and come say, Mommy, beg you $1,000. Me I go mute this and say, where I go from me? Over this. But I'm still gonna give her the $1,000. But everything that you do with these kids, you have to have it on this net. I watch a screen recording with the little girl that asks you for money, and I don't know if Figure It Out think that it was funny. When you say, hey, go suck your mother or something. Let me say this again. I watched a screen recording when the little girl asked you for money and you tell her about her mama. While her mother is you, it is not the fact that you are being facetious or funny, but it's the fact, it's the language that you used. The little girl came and asked you for money. And it's the language where you use, what you're saying to your 10-year-old daughter. When I go and go suck your mother and Figure It Out was like, looking like he was shocked. Again, respect. You don't have no respect for your little daughter. Because you don't have no respect for yourself. Because I don't know if you think that it's funny. And while you're doing it, your gifters are gifting you like it is funny. It is not funny. Even if that was a joke, and my daughter come and ask me for money, and me I talk about myself, and I go say, we're not going to look for your mama. Go on, man. I would never tell my 10-year-old daughter to go suck her mother, even though it is me. It is not that you're being funny because the mother is me. It is that the language, the vulgarity and the language where you talk to your daughter about her, or you talk to your daughter. It is a shame. It is a shame. And this is what me I say, and people don't understand. People continue to defend your dirty behavior. And I will say it to you again, I said it yesterday. Figure It Out don't have any kids. And if Figure It Out have kids and him have it, is his baby mother them have it. Akeem them don't have no kids. And if Akeem have pitney, the woman them have it. Diamond have no pitney. And if Diamond have pitney, she not have it. You know why there? And let me say this. While I understand that you didn't live a life because you got pregnant young. I got pregnant young too. I didn't live much life. But I will never put my child on a back burner for no friend. While I didn't get to enjoy my young 20s because I was a mother at 20, I didn't do it then, and I will not do it now. I will never put nobody before my child. Never. And that is what you're doing. And people will say, remember the woman never have no childhood life because she got pregnant young, or she did this young, or she did that young. I understand. I got pregnant at 22 years. I understand. But what I'm saying is, if you still want to have fun and live life, you can do both of them. You can do both of them. If you want to have fun, Rosalie, have fun in your social life. You can still have fun in your social life and be a good mother. How many of us here are good mothers? And we have party life. We have life. We are balancing. We are still having fun, but we are still being a good parent. And to me, like somebody said on the live earlier, you put Akeem before you put your kids. You prioritize this relationship and this friendship more than how you prioritize your kids. And the fact of the matter is, you really you deliberately put these people before your kids. You know how we know this? How I'm going to tell you a simple thing as this. Rosalie, you came on the net and it's like you want to one-up on Jakes. You continually want to one-up on Jakes. You say you're going to have matching pajama with Jakes. You don't know where you get this foreign mind business from. But matching, not even me want to put on matching pajama with my grandson. But anyway, when I want to get this foreign something about you don't want to have matching pajamas. No problem. You are going to go sleep our next man house with your two pit of them, where you don't have custody off, and have matching pajama with you, Akeem, and the two kids them. That's what you've been saying that for the longest while now. I'm not going to show you how this is. Now, this didn't work out because you went to court yesterday and the court tells you that now you're not getting custody of your kids, not right now. It is still in case. It is still, the case is still in court. You came back and you cry and you cry and you carry on. You cry and you cry and you cry. Like it is cute, Betty. You cry and cry and cry and carry on. But look at it. In the hours of the night, figure it out, open his live and start talking. We still are going to have matching pajama. We're going to have the Fantastic Four matching pajama. I'm sorry. So this was just about a clout. It was never about the kids. This was just about a clout, figure it out. Because you came out and said, "Una still are going to have matching pajamas. The Fantastic Four, you, Daima, Akeem, and Rosalie." So figure it out. It was never about the kids. Right? And when I watched that, I said to myself, I hope your listeners and Rosalie followers is seeing this and understand that it was never about the kids. Everything that you guys are doing is for clout. Every content that you guys make and bring the kids in it is for clout. But Rosalie, while they're doing that, you continue to lose your kids every time you go to court. Rosalie, while figure it out and Akeem continue to make content of your children, you continue to lose your kids. Because your kids now is a part of a series and a part of a content that continue for you to go to court and lose your case. You don't realize what is happening? Akeem and figure it out don't give a shit about you or your children. The only person that seems to care about your kids is Jakes. I mean, I'll take you back. The only person that seriously care about them pity their Jakes. And you cannot put down Jakes over two strangers where you just meet the other day, where you don't know nothing about. You could never want to come disrespect your baby father and put him down over two youth where you don't know nothing about. Over two youth where I know now I'm going to stand up in front of a bullet and take a bullet for your two pity them. But me know Jakes will stand up in front of a bullet and take bullet for him two pity them. Me now ask Christ. You, Rosalie, will throw your baby father under the bus for two light-skinned youth who start bleach couple years ago and come on the net. I said them a gallus. You throw your baby father under the bus for them two youth there. And the more you throw those two youth, the more you throw Jakes under the bus, is the more you're losing. The more you throw Jakes under the bus, is the more you, Rosalie, is losing. Because maybe you don't know. Let me explain something to you. The court is looking for parenting, whether you have a co-parent or not, whether you have full custody or joint custody. You can't come from social media and beat and disrespect and talk on the baby father, because the baby father is a process. He is also a part of the processing of custody for your pit of them. All them don't speak there, man. You cannot sit on social media and talk the things that you talk about Jakes. Disrespect Jakes, throw him under the bus, bring him down for Akeem and figure it out. And in the process, you don't understand. Well, since as your friend them now tell you, or they probably don't know, or they probably just not bright enough, me I gotta tell you. You and Jakes is the one that is in the system. You are the two parent. When the court system look at custody, they're looking at full custody, joint custody, or no custody. They're looking at co-parenting. But you don't understand that. Because if you did understand that the things that you put on the media, you wouldn't be putting it on the media. Because the fact of the matter is, if the court come back at its final ruling and say based on information that was given to them and based on an investigation, you, Rosalie, is not fit for the kids. And if Jakes continue to follow you up and follow up Akeem and figure it out, he might end up losing custody too. Because you see the badness when I push on the social media, when I've done it, two pitney life is at stake. Jakes, now follow it up, because digital footprint is going to be there. If Akeem want to go on with him badness, allow him. You have done the best thing so far. You started a foundation. Let me tell you something. You see the 4 walls that we have built, Jakes, is the best thing you could ever do. Generational wealth. All if you for your house or your grandmother's house, at least your kids them have somewhere to lay their heads if push to come to shove, if worse to come to worse. Don't follow up them with them internet badness and them foolishness. They are trying to draw you out, because at this case, right now, if Rosalie continues, she will never get custody of those kids. She will never. And while I see that you have a good chance, you cannot continue to follow them up because they are setting you up so you also don't get custody. And oh me look at Rosalie. This is Rosalie. You see, if she can't get something, nobody can get it. You see, if she can't have it, nobody can have it. She rather know, say, you don't have the kids if she can't get the kids. You see, if she cannot get the kids, you can't get the kids. What kind of wickedness is that? What kind of wickedness is that? You can't love your kids if the man where you and him procreate and have them two pitney there. If you don't want the man to forget the two pitney them, what kind of wickedness could that be? What kind of wicked? You think me want my child to be in a stranger's house? You think I prefer my child to be raised by a stranger? I'm in a care for some of my godparents and I'm a friend from long time. That is not your parent. A child belongs with their parents. A child belongs with their parents unless it is the fact that the parents are no longer alive. Unless it is the fact that every child belongs with their parents. While grandparents is good to have and to help you raise your child. Because them say you alone can't raise pitney. It takes a village. But every child belongs with their parents. And it is not no fault of the two pitney them say them not there with them parents. A full fault. It is not the two pitney them fault. It is not Shantae and Barbara fault. So them not there with them parents. A full fault. It is, don't get me wrong, I mean I beat Jakes, coming like Jakes. But Jakes are your fault. And a Rosalie fault. Because too long have you sat down and allowed Rosalie to dominate that relationship and feel like she is an aggressor in that relationship to the point where it came out on social media. You should have put your foot down long time ago. I mean, I want nobody come tell me, say, Jakes used to beat Rosalie. Wanna see Rosalie? Wanna see how Rosalie aggressive and combative? Wanna see Rosalie angry her mother? Wanna tell me who's the aggressor? Wanna don't come tell me, say, Jakes used to beat. No, they used to fight because Rosalie mouth. I'm going to ask any Jamaican woman pan this. Which one of a Jamaican woman can tell a man to come suck on you? Which one of a Jamaican woman pan this can open your mouth and tell your man and your husband to come and suck you out? Or go suck your mother? Or this, not that. And these are the things. I can't either. And any day me tell my man to come suck me, I go suck his mother. I have no respect for him. And I've lost that respect. And that man won't have no more respect for me either. And once you have lost that respect, there's nothing else there. And this is Rosalie. And Jakes, you have sat down for years and allowed Rosalie to dominate this relationship. I think the only thing that you dominated, Jakes, was being a good father to those two little kids. And being a good father doesn't mean that you have money to buy them Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Gap, and name brand things don't mean anything. Name brand things don't mean anything. Being a good father means that you are there for your child. You support your child. You love your child. You nourish your child. You are there. You're a good parent. You help them with them schoolwork. You make sure they have food to eat. You do everything that they need. You are support for them mentally, physically. You are a support. You're a provider. You are everything. It doesn't mean you have to buy them Gap and name brand something. That don't mean nothing. I would prefer to have a man who is there for me, supporting me in the house, helping me with my kids, than a man who want to make money and now come home and go and party every day, every night. I prefer a man who is there, physically supporting me, mentally supporting me, there for me with my 3 kids. Help me wash the clothes, them, do laundry, cook, walk them to school, pick them up from school, bathe them, change them clothes, sit down with them homework, stay home with them. If Mr. Babes me got them all, no problem, me know him the one with them. Then a man want to make money and me can't see him. Then a man want to make money and up on the street with them niggas and his youth and his bros all day, every day. Me don't want that. So Jakes, I give you credit for being a good father. Thank you, Stacey, for being a good father, but you have sat down too long and been complacent and allow Rosalie to dominate the relationship to the point where she brings it out on social media like she's a bad girl in front of you on the net and make the pity them get taken away and talk shit but she got unalive herself. And that is because Rosalie didn't get her way. If you guys don't realize, when this girl don't get her way, our hell break loose. She have to get her way. If she don't get her way, everybody done. She'll bring down everybody. She'll tear down everybody. She tear down her grandfather, her grandmother. She said people did this to her, people did that to her. People told her story when she was a baby, this happened. When Rosalie don't get her way, the story begins. When Rosalie do not get her way, she begins to tell stories. And we don't know if they're true or not. But this complex of her, of not getting her way and having a tantrum and acting out, it is causing her to continue to go to court and still not receiving custody of her kids. And the people that continue to give you and support you can't tell you the truth. Diamond, is that a friend to say it? I mean, I stop say it. Diamond, I have no opinion. Let me tell you something, Diamond. As a big woman, you've been around the world, like you say. You've been did your thing. You've been live your life. And you, as a big man, should be humble. Thanks, babes. You should have be a humble big man. As a big woman, you're bigger than Rose. I should have you encourage Rose as a big woman.